Welcome to the Political Common Sense Podcast, where we break down the political landscape and discuss how it impacts Black people, white people, women, men, and everyone in between.
Especially you.
There you go, especially you. We're here to have real conversations about American politics, no fluff, no spin, just straight talk, common sense, and a place where your perspective matters. I'm Leroy Glover, and I'm here with my childhood friends, Edward Blackman and Kerry Langerback.
We're doing, folks.
And today, we're diving into the latest political buzz. We're going to start by scrolling through Fox News YouTube channel. We're looking for the latest, hottest topics and break down what's trending and discussing how these issues actually impact everyday Americans. And of course, we want to hear from you. Drop a comment. Your voice is part of the conversation. So grab a seat, get ready for some unfiltered discussions. Let's jump on in.
Hold on a second. I just want to say one quick thing. What our ultimate goal is that you don't walk away from here thinking the world is coming to an end. Okay? When you walk away from here, we hope that you understand that everything is very copacetic and everything is working. We all have a problem. Countries have that problem. But a lot of these news sources want you to think that the world is doomed. We don't want you to walk away from here thinking that. We want you to walk away from here understanding what's happening and with a calm, cool, clear idea of what's going on. But go ahead, Lee. I'm sorry.
And common sense.
Common sense. There you go. All right. So let's talk about this David Hanson. I don't know too much about him. Do you know anything about this guy?
I'm not like really well versed in his bio, but I know I've watched him a lot. And again, he's got a very straightforward understanding of things. The best I could give you is the opposite of him is Adam Schiff. That's the opposite of him is Adam Schiff. Everything is going nuts. We're all going to die. It's all because of Trump. And Victor James Hansen is like, listen, this is where Trump makes a mistake. This is where Biden makes. He's even keel. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He'll go against the Republican, just like he'll go against the Democrat. But his ideals and his personal living situation leans a little more Republican. That's all.
Okay. Good deal.
And he talks respectful.
Nice. That's a good thing. We always need that. All right. So the Tesla breakdown, anti-Musk protest, is that simmering down, or are they still protesting?
Not at all.
Oh no. Yeah, that won't simmer down at all.
It's the stupidest thing going. Okay,
they're off the walls. Yeah.
But it's not even that. Okay, so I watched some video the other day where this guy went and bought a Tesla just for the purpose of destroying it. So they were trying to go viral, I'm guessing. Or something like that.
Okay.
But you bought a Tesla. Do you think that Elon didn't get the profit from that? You gave him the Tesla. That money could have went to your kids. That money could have went to your wife. That money could have went to St. Jude's.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave that alone.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the Greenland thing.
Just one more thing. Two things, actually. A pregnant woman got pulled over by a stranger in another car to get yelled at about her Cybertruck. Another lady was a handicapped, a paraplegic in a wheelchair. They scraped up the car. It's going to cost like $10,000 because it's stainless steel. You can't fix stainless steel. That's it gets replaced. And this is over. I mean, the reason the lady said the reason I bought it was because the Democrats told me that this is the way we wanted to go. They had a mandate on buying electric vehicles, and Tesla has the safest vehicle on the road. So I bought this so my family would be safe, and the economy and the environment would be happy. And now they're telling me that they're going to burn my car, they're going to hurt my family, they're going to break.
Yeah. Here's I don't want to be insensitive with this question, but just from my observation, there you
go.
Hey, the little one. Hey, I love it. That's the little birdie. Yeah. What's the bird's name?
This is Cloud.
Cloud, hey, Cloud.
Yeah. Oh, Here we do.
I love it. Okay, so I don't want to feel insensitive in a sense, but I just can't believe that Americans that were born and raised here are burning these vehicles or doing anything to Tesla. I'm speculating. Here's my train of thought. It's either individuals from other countries that are doing this, they actually live over here and they're doing it, or here's a cynical, or follow me on the second one, or it might be Tesla's car company competitors that are paying for these individuals to do this. So what's your take?
We just have dumbasses that are brainwashed.
The real brainwashing goes back a little further. Okay, the real brainwashing was you guys, like the Democrats were told that the Republicans were the party of the ultra rich.
Okay.
So in other words, the top 1% were the Republican Party. Truth of the matter is, Kamala had 2-to-1 billionaires donate to her over Trump. So for every one Trump billionaire vote, a billionaire backer, Kamala had 2. Okay, so that's all of that money came from. All right. So in reality, the upper earners, the upper level earners, are mostly Democrat. Okay, and they can afford this shit, and they assume because they can that the person who bought a Tesla because they really believe that the environment is screwed, and they use their last however much money to get this Tesla rather than buy a Chevy. They don't realize that was the last of their money, and that you're ruining something that they had to actually work hard to get, that you got from a dividend, a stock dividend, or you got from money that was left to you, or whatever it is. And what they don't realize is that the reason these people went and bought these cars was because they were told to buy your party. Your party turned around and said, your party, the Democrats loved Elon. He was the answer to everything. He was the golden child. He was creating everything, wind turbines and this and that, and taking people to Mars.
Right.
Now they call him an idiot. They call him an idiot. How do you call someone who sent a spaceship up to God knows where and picked up 2 astronauts and brought them back to Earth? And not just brought them back, but told you the exact time that capsule was going to hit the water. How do you do that? How do you call someone like that an idiot? This guy built more, or rather improved the world more in 1 hour of his lifetime than these people who call him an idiot will ever do.
That's true.
Okay. So that's what's happening there. Okay.
Sure. They don't think they don't want to.
Dude, let me ask you, hold on. Let me ask you a question, Lee, okay? So first thing, I already went through this in our last podcast, so I'm not going to go deep into this part.
Right.
But remember what I said about the carbon?
Yes.
Gas cars make carbon, right?
Right.
Okay, so they make carbon, and trees eat carbon, and they spit out oxygen, which is healthy. Okay, so it's actually good for them. Okay, so the electric cars, first off, to make the electricity, you need fuel. Let's start there. You can't make electricity without using coal or gas. You can use wind power and shit like that, but it ain't going to work half the time. You absolutely need fossil fuel of some type, okay, in order to produce electricity in the magnitude that you need it to charge these things.
Understood.
So right there, you're already a hypocrite, because what's the difference whether you make the electricity with the fuel or you feed the car with the fuel? It's the same fuel.
Sure.
It's the same fuel. Whether you put it into a machine to create electricity or whether you put it directly into an engine, it does the same thing. That machine that you put it into to create the electricity is creating carbon dioxide. Because it's got to burn fuel.
Right.
So that's the first hypocritical point.
So it seems like it's a win.
Wait. So then the second hypocritical point of the cars is that they can't run to the degree that a gas car could. So you take that car and put it in a cold weather environment. Dude, that battery is going to last you all 15 minutes, and it's going to die. What do you have to do in the winter? You have to go out and turn your car on. Right?
Yeah.
Imagine if your car only ran on electricity. You turn it. How are you going to keep it? You know what I'm saying? You go and park in the store, and when you come out, that battery's drained. You follow what I'm saying? Okay, so
I see what you get at.
now third place. So now they get this brilliant idea that they're going to destroy the thing that they told their own constituents to buy. Now they're going to destroy these things, right? In the process of destroying it, they're putting poisonous fumes into the air by setting it on fire. So when polyurethane and when polyvinyl chloride PVC, or when the vinyl seats or they all go up in flames, and the insulation and shit, that's releasing poison in the air. Okay, now
Okay.
wait, I'm not done. Now you got a burnt out empty vehicle. Where does that go? To the landfill.
Bam.
Okay. So here's my question.
Never ends. You're brilliant, huh?
No, yeah. I'm trying to figure out, because I think when we talked about before, I said I'm a little perplexed, because the ones that are going conniption when I mention Trump's name are well-educated individuals that have the 2 degrees and the doctorates and so forth and so on.
The bad thing about well-educated individuals, Lee, is that they're good at listening, but not good at thinking. And what I mean by that is, like, in college, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to engage the mind. So in other words, if I was your teacher in college, I'm not there to tell you 2 + 2 is 4. I'm going to ask you why 2 + 2 is 4, and you're going to have to explain that to me. And you saying, well, because it's 4 things, is not good enough. I want to know why it's 2 + 2 is 4. I want you to go back and tell me where numbers came from. I want you to think. And they don't do that in college anymore. Now what happens in college is you're basically directed to think a certain way, and you're told what to think. And by getting that training, remember what I told you a couple of weeks ago again on our podcast. Once we were talking about painkillers, and I said once you take a painkiller once, the second time becomes easier,
Right.
and the third time becomes
Right.
easier than that.
Right.
It's the same thing. When you allow somebody to hypnotize you, for lack of a better term, by repeating the same thing over and over until you believe it. Okay, well, and they call us a cult. But they go through college being told a certain way to think. Then when they get out, they still have that trait. It's like a prisoner. When a prisoner gets out of prison, you can't put him in a huge fucking room. He's lost. He doesn't know what to do. He can't sleep at night. You got to put him in a small bed until he works his way through it. It's a lot like PTSD.
So,
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
no. So, where are the climate control individual groups that are so concerned about our climate?
Give me right now. I'm going to say something. You give me the first name that comes to your head. I want to see, Kerry. You do this too, but let Lee go first. Climate change. Climate change under the age of 17. What name comes to your? What name?
How dare you? How dare you?
Yeah, what name? What's your name? Say it.
Gutenberg, something.
Greta. Go ahead.
Greta. Yeah.
Thunberg. You don't hear from her anymore, do you? You know the last thing now she's worried about? You know what she's worried about now? She's worried about Israel with Hamas. She's on the side of Hamas. Nothing about the environment. Nothing. They don't care. It's the flavor of the freaking day. That's what it is. It's soup du jour.
Okay, so you know what, Ed, Kerry, you just relieve my anxiety and my angst of just world politics right there. So what you just shared with me right there almost makes me feel like the political environment that we've seen from the media is just a play. It's just a front. It's not serious.
You freaking nailed it. That's exactly what it is. They need you to think a certain way. See, here's the deal.
I feel better.
Money runs everything, okay? Money runs everything.
Okay, I got it.
So before we had the internet and stuff, the news wasn't readily available. You could only watch it at like 5 o'clock, at 11 o'clock.
Yeah,
10
I remember that.
Right.
You couldn't turn on TV or whatever, or your computer and get instant news immediately right there.
Right.
Well, now you can. So, and there's so many outlets available that, like, newspapers are extinct. There's no reason to have newspapers anymore. Nobody reads them. You use them for your cat. You know what I'm saying? Or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Seriously.
Free your bird. You're free your bird.
No, really. So you use them for your cat.
Seriously.
So nobody. Right. So there's not really a lot of money in the news industry anymore. Understand that? There used to be immense amounts of cash. That's where they were getting the helicopters and this and that. And they were, CBS News overhead. So that's where they were getting it, right? Now they've got nothing. Dude, your biggest news source right now is on cable. Imagine that. It's on cable. It's Fox. Fox has the most viewers out of any news source.
Oh, wow.
Okay. You would think 7, you would think 11, you would think 5, you would think, the news channel, New York One News, you would think, but no, it's Fox.
Because they're all fake news.
Okay, so I feel better
So
now.
what they depend upon is sensationalism. So this goes really deep, dude. You picked a good way to go here, because I want to tell you, this goes really deep.
Educate me.
Yeah, okay, so I'm going to do right now. Listen. So what happens is,
Education.
because there's no money, they've got to try to draw people to them. The way a circus barker, come see the show. See the three-headed man.
Yeah.
Remember, see the three-headed man. But there's no real three-headed man. It's fake. There's no such thing as a three-headed man.
Right.
Right. So, but there's still a barker out there yelling that. What the problem is, they never go in to see that the guy doesn't have 3 heads. It's a mannequin and a mannequin with the man in the middle. They don't go that far. So they don't read the article. They just go by the headline. And the headline is always going to be ultra fantastic because it's got to draw you in to want to read it. The problem is that once they get the information that meets what they need, like bloodbath. I'm going to use bloodbath again. We all know that thing.
Yeah.
So the headline was Donald Trump predicts bloodbath. Right? That was the headline.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
But if you read the article, it was he predicts a bloodbath in the auto financial industry. But if you don't read the article, all you see is bloodbath. So all of a sudden now, Donald Trump wants to go to World War III. He wants a bloodbath. They didn't read the article. They just read the headline, and it met what they needed, so they accepted it.
Okay, so let me get this straight, because you're really giving me a whole paradigm shift on how I view the world now. So the media, the printed media, which is still the establishment of what I guess is considered the news, needs a way to actually still stay in existence. So they'll come up with sensational ideas just to attract our attention so they can stay relevant, in a sense.
My impression of a bobblehead.
Yeah.
Wow. That's what a delicate dance. That is.
And wait. I'll go you one better. Wait, I'll go you one better. So what also happens is you got people who don't really believe this shit, but they need money. And they realize the only way they're going to get it is if they pander to that side.
How about that?
They just go.
No.
Jake, what's the guy's name? Jake Tapper? Is that his name? Jake Tapper?
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
Jake Tapper just wrote a book about Biden's decline. He just wrote a book but this is the guy who denied. He actually had.
For all these years.
Yeah. He turned around to Laura Trump and said, you really shouldn't be diagnosing this man. She goes, it's obvious after the debate that he has, mental decline. Oh, no, you can't diagnose this. Now he writes a book saying that he noticed it before he walked in office. And dude, they don't believe it, but they can't go against it, because the minute they go against it, just like Eric Adams, they're going to find themselves either fired. They're going to find themselves on charges for something or other. Once you go against the dude, what about that chick that just died? The attorney, she was an attorney for, she was for Biden. She was a major attorney general type of thing. I can't think of it. She's 43 years old. They found her dead. She just resigned 2 weeks ago.
And then she dies afterwards.
Right.
At 43 years old.
Okay, so that tells me right there was some
fishy. Something fishy.
I mean, I'm not saying nothing. I'm not saying like you can't be accidental, but there's too much of that shit.
It's too much, right? It's just too much.
Wow. Okay, so it is. It's basically we went from
something in your mind.
No. So we went from Walter Cronkite when we grew up, that whole type of news medium where we were like everything seemed like it was fair and balanced, and we were getting a clear snapshot of what's happening. To now, everything is basically theatered and pretty much scripted out in a sense.
You know when it started? 2016. In 2016, when he became president. That's when the news media in 2015, everybody went bad.
Well, see, I agree with you. That's when it got noticed. I'm going to say it started way, way before that. See,
Oh, way before that. Yes, I agree with you there.
the Democrats took over media control probably back around the time Kerry ran, John Kerry. Probably back around the time John Kerry ran.
Oh,
They took over the control. That's how, dude, Obama, man. Listen, let me explain something, okay? So Obama was, you know what a Manchurian candidate is?
no, I heard of the phrase before.
So what it is basically you put somebody in there, okay, and you control them. It's like a puppet candidacy, okay? And in reality, I'm not saying nothing. I'm not saying that he was meant to be controlled, but he was meant to be guided. And I'm going to explain to you what I mean by that.
Okay.
So Obama was a junior senator when Kennedy, what's the word I'm looking for? Where he puts him up for where he puts him up for the position, nominates.
Okay, Ted Kennedy.
Kennedy nominated him for presidency. Kennedy did that. You know that,
Ted
right?
Kennedy, yeah. So he had a lot of political clout.
Well, here's the deal. Kennedy did it with the idea that once he was in power, once Obama was in power, Kennedy would be able to guide him the way, and that would have been actually a really good thing. I didn't like Kennedy, first off, okay? Kennedy, he killed the girl, Martha Moxley, you know what I'm saying, and got away with it. But we're not going to even go there.
Yeah.
But as a politician, he had better ideas than most. So I didn't dislike him as a politician. As a person, I did.
Okay.
So he nominates Obama. Obama gets the second, which puts him up for nomination. Kennedy was supposed to keep him in control. Obama was nothing but a junior senator. You don't become a junior senator and then walk into the presidency.
I know. It shocked me. It shocked me.
It doesn't happen.
You're right.
It's as shocking as Donald Trump walking out of nowhere and becoming president. Okay. So I'm not saying that it was rigged.
Okay, hold on for a second. But at least Donald Trump had a large world-renowned name recognition. So
Right. I totally agree with you. But again, I'm not even saying that Obama thing was rigged. It wasn't. What they did was they used race, okay, to get him in there.
Right.
Again, I'm not saying that he's a bad guy. I don't like Obama either, but I'm not going to disperse any sort of. I'm not going to in any way insult him. But
right.
But where it went wrong was Kennedy, within the 6 weeks of nominating Obama, ended up dying. He had a brain tumor that they didn't know, and the brain tumor burst. Yeah. And the brain tumor burst.
I didn't bring the correlation there. So once,
It passed away. Which now wait, I'm going to use another analogy. Mike Tyson, okay? Mike Tyson with Cus D'Amato was an amazing guy, nicest guy going. Cus D'Amato kept him under control. So when you met Mike Tyson and Cus D'Amato was there, Mike Tyson was, yes, sir, no, sir, thank you, sir, yes, sir. When you meet Mike Tyson after Cus D'Amato died, now you had the cocaine, Robin Givens fucking, crack guy with looking to eat people's children and,
Yeah.
it's a different time. Well, the same thing happened with Obama. Kennedy died, which left Obama without having any sort of guide to him, without any reins to pull him back. So Obama just went wild. And the part of the Democrats, you had two parts of the Democrats. One were the nuts, which we call the environmentalists and stuff today, the ones that are all out there protesting. And the other were the regular Democrats, the normal people. And what happened was when Obama got released from his reins, he went to that side, to the environmental side.
oh,
They pulled him over.
Yeah.
When Obama walked into office, he was worth $60,000. When he walked out, he was worth $44 million.
Yeah.
And this person who's worth $44 million believes in climate change and believes the oceans are rising, but buys a $42 million house on an island.
He's afraid the ocean's going to rise, but let's buy a house by the ocean.
Bought a house on a place that's totally surrounded by water.
Yeah.
okay. So I'm a little perplexed. So he's worth 40 million. He leaves with,
No, now he's worth $400 million.
400 million now.
Easily, maybe close to $1 billion.
Yo, bro, these people, yeah, all of them.
I told you, the AOC is 29 million.
Oh yeah.
And she's a congresswoman. She's a representative or whatever she is. He was the president for 2 terms.
Yeah.
And afterwards, he has book deals. He has, you know, real estate.
Okay, let's go back to Doge again. So that's why they don't want Doge to reveal all this.
No, of course not, man.
Right. It's all money. It's all, and nothing to do with you, Kerry, or me, or anybody else out there on the street. It's all about their bottom dollar.
Right. Doge is not just finding waste; they're finding corruption as well, and that's what they don't want.
They want Social Security. The oldest living person in the United States is 114 years old. They had like 3 million people over the age of 120 receiving Social Security.
No, that's laughable.
They gave out small business loans to the degree of like $3 billion to 11-year-olds. 11-year-olds.
Wait a minute.
Year-old kid.
You're joking. So they're finding that type of corruption?
You want me to hang on? I say I pull it up, but I can't show you. But if you want, go to your Google. No, go to your Google right now and just type in 11-year-old small business loan and see what comes up. Yeah, we'll wait. It's like, I'll tell Gary, 11-year-old small business loan.
Crazy.
How about that?
And all of you guys also, please, you do the same thing.
Yes.
11-year-old small business loan applicant.
Wow.
And see what comes up. 11 years old, he got $1 million at 11 years old. So that's either one extremely brilliant kid who's running a business
Right.
or it's fraud. Which is it?
Wow. Okay, so that's wow. So Kerry, with this list, let's parlay to this list. It's basically this list that you're getting ready to share with us. What's on there? Is it similar to what Ed was talking about as far as the corruption that Doge already revealed? Share some of that stuff.
Oh, yeah. And one we have, it's a 3.4 million for Malaysian drug fueled gay sex app.
Wait, say that again? Wait, let me hear it again.
3.4 million for Malaysian drug fueled gay sex app.
Okay, so now basically listen to this. So you know what Grindr is? You know what Grindr and Tinder and these things are? Okay, so Grindr is basically an app for gay people, okay, who to hook up. That's the idea, is to hook up.
Gotcha.
So, you go on there, you swipe a picture. If you like it, you go blow each other. It's real simple. Okay, so they gave, it is what it is. Anyway, wait, so they basically gave, who got that? What country got that?
Malaysia.
Okay, Malaysia got $3.4 billion of our money that could have went to veterans, could have went to homeless kids, it could have went to St. Jude.
Yes.
They got $3.4 million to produce a gay sex act application like Grindr. So that helped our country a whole lot. You name me one freaking way, just one way that aided our country. Just one way. I don't care what it is. I'll take anything you say, but name one way that helped our country.
Wow. What's another one, Kerry? What's another one?
Oh, let's see. Another one we have. Let's see. We have $500 fans. Let's see. 25,000 to transgender opera in Colombia.
Now listen to that. An opera in Colombia. Again, how does that help our country? An opera in Colombia. Granted, that's only 25 grand.
No, but still, the veterans, St. Jude.
$32,000 in funding, okay, for a Peruvian LGBT comic book.
$32,000 for a comic book to produce. Why is our government producing a comic book? Can you explain that shit to me? That's for Marvel. That's not for our government to do.
Now, here's the best part. They all hate Elon Musk, right?
Right.
Okay. They just sent 2.5 million to electric vehicles in Vietnam. They got to send his vehicles. 2.
Wait. Meanwhile, Vietnam doesn't have the ability to charge these fucking vehicles. I don't even think they're a fucking third world country. We're a first world nation, and we only have 4 fucking charging stations.
Yeah.
Vietnam is a third world country, and they're meant to charge vehicles. How long does it take? 2 fucking months?
Wait, here's one for you.
Hold on for a second, Kerry, because I'm slow. I'm not the sharpest crayon or pencil in the box. How are they getting access to this money? It's like, what website are they signing up and saying, "Hey, I'm Joe Schmo from such and such country. Send me millions of dollars."
That's just it. See, and you just nailed it. You're so good. I love you, dude. I swear, I love you so much. Okay, so listen. Here's what happens. Okay, here's what happens. So someone from let's take the Malaysia one. Okay, let's take the Malaysia one. That was 3.4 million, right? Right. That was a 3.4. Okay. So we'll use that. That's a great one. So someone from Malaysia will call one of our representatives and get him on the phone. And he'll say, listen, here's what we do. Okay. We're going to come up with a fund for what was that for again? What was the Malaysia one for? Okay. We're going to come up with funds and we're going to do it. We're going to tell them we're going to do a gay app. The gay app is going to cost us maybe, $3,000 to put up online, if that. Okay, we give you a kickback of $1 million, and we get the 2.4 million. Now that representative draws up a paper. It says we got to get Malaysia some money for their gay app because people over there aren't dating enough.
Yep.
Oh.
So now that goes into now they take that order, they take that written up what's the word I'm looking for? Theory or whatever it is, and they hand that over to Congress or whatever,
and attach it to the laws that they pass.
Right. And then what they do? They have so many people in Congress that are on their side that'll get a kickback from that $1 million. Everybody will get 20,000, 10,000, 5,000.
Right. They get
spread around. And all you got to do is pass. Right. They're going to get kickbacks, and all you got to do is pass it around, and they'll pass it.
Okay. Like I said, I need to, because I'm not that fast. You're going too fast. You guys are brilliant. So that's how Cortez and all these individuals are getting their millions. And
bam.
Sure.
Bam. Remember, I wish I had a card. Remember in Living Color when that guy would go bam and he showed a card?
Yeah.
That's why I wish I had a card. I would have done that shit.
So that's it. So that's the scam.
Somebody will call from that country.
And that's why they're so concerned with Elon Musk exposing that.
Right.
Now you nailed it.
There's one more. You want to hear something else?
You nailed it like it was a chick on her graduation night.
Whoa.
Here's another one.
It was a chick on a prom night.
Wow, I love that. Give me another one, Kerry. Give me another one, because this is fascinating. Give me another one.
I'm going to jump out, come back.
Okay, go ahead.
Frozen.
Okay, go ahead.
Frozen.
He frozen. Go ahead.
And seriously, we have to bring up that's why that's why they're afraid, because he's not just finding the waste, he's finding the waste and the corruption where the money's going.
That's it right there. So, now I'm starting to connect the dots, because when he was...
It works both ways. He's finding the waste where the money's going. And of course, if there's any corruption involved in that waste, you're going to see it. You're going to see it. Plain and simple.
And that's why they don't want the world to see.
They're freaking out. Yo, bro, if you watch them on the news, you see them with their protest, they're freaking out. Like Maxine Ward is on.
Yeah.
Why are you freaking? Because you're something to hide.
And that's it right there.
Yeah. And AOC cracks me up. Because she's saying, of course, they're protesting against, Trump and Musk, that they're saying Musk and Trump are getting kickbacks from doing his nose. Yeah, that's a good one. these are two billionaires that don't need kickbacks.
That's the part right there, which is the part that I so love about Trump, that he got individuals to tackle this sensitive topic that don't care about money. They got all the money they ever need.
Right, but you know what's funny is that AOC said they're getting kickbacks when she's getting kickbacks from all of this, and it's all going to come out. And really, when it all comes out, how are they going to face it?
Wow. So basically, their careers are really on the line.
They should be over. Their careers should be over. They should be in jail because you don't take kickbacks from a war. You don't take kickbacks from anything. It's theft. It's corruption. Period. You know, how does that, like Brother Ed said, how does all that help the American interest? Gay apps over.
It doesn't.
Okay. Yeah. Doesn't help me none. I ain't using no gay app.
Okay, sorry guys. I had to restart my PC. I don't know what. I think maybe I got a defrag or something.
No, that's fine. We were still just now connecting the dots. Why?
Kickbacks.
The kickbacks. How nobody wants those to reveal the actual structure, the onion of the kickbacks.
Once you follow the money, it all makes sense.
There you go.
So here's my thing. Here's my question. So once the kickbacks are exposed, are there laws in place against kickbacks where these individuals will get arrested and get prosecuted because of the kickbacks, or are they immune and safe because they're politicians?
No, Bob Menendez is actually dealing with that right now.
Right.
I remember about Bob.
Law. It's called theft.
They found gold in his suits in the closet. They found gold bars.
I know. What was that in his refrigerator? It was like money frozen or something like that.
Yeah. They gave him trips. And the funny part is that.
No, just say, you want to know anything about kickbacks, I'm going to tell you. It goes way back because even the Department of Vacation where I worked in the building, okay, when I first started, the school bus companies, they get paid, the workers were getting kickbacks. They arrested 6, I watched the whole damn thing come out of my building. I was standing there, I saw 6 people go. This was back in the 2000s. What they did was they get a kickback. They went to this guy's house. He had $100,000 in the shoebox. You usually put shoes in there, but not money. But that's okay.
Oh my goodness! So instead of putting it in the bank, he keeps it in the shoebox because he can't put it in the bank.
Yeah, he can't. He's got to. Anything you put over $10,000, and if you make a deposit over $10,000, they've got to let the government know.
Right.
The tax purposes.
What do you think is going to happen if other people are involved? Someone's going to crack, right? Well, one person did, and that's what happened. And that person got less time because he cracked.
He cracked and exposed, and he shared the right.
Listen, they went to the guy's house. They found $100,000. They went to another guy's house on $50,000 here and there. You're like, I mean, yeah, you can't. They get kickbacks from the post company.
But that's the other thing. If you're going to do shit like this, don't keep it in your house. Keep it somewhere, like your mother's house or something. Somewhere where, it's not connected to you. But anyway, regardless, 2 quick points. Hey, first off, Bob Menendez, this is the second time he's going through this. He beat it the first time. And he went back and did it again. And he ain't going to beat it this time.
So he put his hand back in the cookie jar the second time?
Yeah, this is the second shot. Yeah, it's already one time and he beat it. That's the funny part. And now, when you have that prior thing going on, it kind of makes it look like you were guilty then too. You know what I'm saying? And he probably was. But listen, but first, Kerry brought up Department of Education with kickbacks. Okay. I'm going to tell you that the Department of Education itself is a kickback.
Yes, it is.
Oh, wait, educate me on that, because now you got me, you exposed my whole world of the word kickback. I understood what kickback was in the elementary school term, but you're now really elevating my...
Okay, so,
go ahead.
So here's the deal. Okay, so do you know when the Department of Education started? Do you know when that started?
I think we talked about it last, it was Jimmy Carter, right?
79.
Okay.
Department of Education was a thank you from Jimmy Carter to the educational system, okay, to the union. Without the Department of Education, you wouldn't have the union.
Okay.
Man.
Okay, gotcha.
So
that's where it started. So that's where it started right there.
Yeah.
And then from there, just mushroomed to other government agencies as well.
The only sad part about it, and again, I want to stress this, okay? Jimmy Carter was brilliant. Okay, he was a physicist. He was an astrophysicist. Okay.
Yeah, very smart.
Yeah, you don't become that with a mediocre IQ.
No, right.
It's not possible.
Right.
The fact is, he liked farming, and that's what he ended up doing. So people always call him a peanut farmer.
Okay.
He was so much more than that. He was so much more, and he had really, really great ideas. The problem with his ideas was timing, and he was born in the wrong century. Like he was a nuclear age president during the Flintstones period of time.
Oh,
that's how I can really explain it.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Like when he was looking to create energy through nuclear, they were still playing a phonograph with the bird, like pushing the bird down onto the president. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So you know what I mean. To where you put the bird's head down on the vinyl, and it's
right.
So that was the country, and he was the nuclear physicist. He was Astro Boy or some shit.
Understood.
So we couldn't keep up with his ideas, so his ideas could never evolve.
Okay.
Does it kind of make sense?
Yeah.
I mean, back in the 70s, for crying out loud. Yeah.
So here's my big concern now with Elon Musk and since now you.
As a matter of fact, that's what's happening with Elon Musk. That's where you could compare Elon Musk to Carter, because Elon Musk is looking at the future. Elon Musk's mind is at 2082.
I know.
And we're living in 2025.
I know. Yeah, he's.
Do you understand? That's why people don't like that. They go, "Oh shit, he's going to send rockets up where?"
Yeah. We're not there yet
because you don't have the conception that he has. Your conceptual brain doesn't understand what his does.
Yeah.
And then these same people will call him an idiot. I don't get it. I just don't get it.
I think I was looking at one.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I was looking at One Money channel last week, and one of the commentators, one of the guests, was saying that Tesla is really not a car company. He was saying Tesla is really like a tech company. It's
an innovation company.
There it is.
If I had to put a definition on it, it's an innovation company.
Innovation.
They do anything that they can innovate.
Okay.
Right.
Gotcha. So here's my concern, going back to Doge and the Elon Musk campaign of finding corruption. I'm speculating it's not just a Democrat thing. I'm assuming there's going to be some Republicans that are going to get caught in the friendly fire of this whole corruption thing as well, right? It's not just.
Yeah. No, I could even.
There's a couple.
Yeah, I don't want to put out names. Okay, so I'm going to say a name anyway, just for the hell of it, because there's a couple I think that are going to get caught with their hand in a cookie jar, because there's always a bad apple here and there. It just has to be. And
I got one right off the bat. Yeah. But there's a list that kickbacks from the Ukraine war. They got Lindsey Graham, and he has 82 million kickback, allegedly.
You know what you got to look out for with Lindsey Graham? The same thing with the Cheneys, with Liz Cheney, is they're very heavily invested in war stock. So like BlackRock, like anything that makes weapons, anything. They're very heavily invested in that.
Okay, so what you're saying when you said that, when you said the word stock, it almost makes me think that they indirectly are getting kickback because of their stock. But if they were clean as far as not getting, envelopes or shoe boxes full of money, they're safe. But as far as the stocks, it is what it is.
Do you notice how willing Liz Cheney is to start war? Do you know why? Because if she starts wars, all of her stocks go into overdrive because you have to make weapons.
Understand.
She's invested in steel. She's invested in chemical gunpowder. So, like that, like stuff that you create war. Right, exactly. So that's what her made. So if we go to war, she makes hand over fist cash.
Right.
So that's why you have they're called war hawks. Okay, you have what's that other dude with the John Bolton? You have Bolton. He's another one. John. These are all people who are heavily invested in war stocks. So for them, war is very profitable.
Okay.
But they don't care that it's our people going over there to die, just as long as the checks
Right.
come.
Okay, so what you're saying there, if it's going to be a Republican, it's not going to be the Melendez shoebox and gold bars and money and the okay.
It's going to be Gates. Gates is going to be one of them.
Yeah, Matt Gaetz.
I would bet it. I would literally put my bottom dollar on it. I'm not saying I know this. I don't know it, but that would be my educated guess.
Yeah. I have to agree.
That you're going to find Gates has been getting hit with kickbacks. You're going to find
Mitt Romney.
Romney is more. The thing about Romney is he's not smart enough really to do it for himself. So the kickbacks he would get would be to the party, like campaign donations. So like he would figure out a way to exceed the limit, like how one person could donate and exceed the limit. You know, I at this point, like Pelosi isn't going to. It's not going to be about kickbacks for her. It's going to be inside information.
Yeah, she gets the inside.
Okay, gotcha. The scoop to throw $90,000 on the stock and then it just turns into millions.
32 million in one trade. One trade, he put 32 million on.
Yeah.
Dude, you don't put 32 million down unless you know what's going to happen.
Insider trading. Okay.
I wouldn't even put $100 down if I didn't know.
Oh, hell no. Are you crazy?
So, oh, goodness gracious.
Yeah, common sense, right?
Yeah, going back to the Common Sense podcast. Okay.
Dude, if you want to cut this one down and continue it one more, I mean, if we're going good and you have time.
No, that's fine. That's fine. We'll continue and we'll go.
What I'm saying, in the future, if it ever happens like that we're going strong, just cut this one off the hour and create a new one, and we'll just continue.
And understood. Wow. So Elon Musk and the whole Doge thing. There's some Republicans that are out there that probably are seated right now as elected officials, or they probably were outseated that are concerned about these investigations that are taking place right now. Because of wow.
Anybody who has something to do with anything, that's why they're freaking out.
Wow.
Seriously, because they have something to hide. Would you freak out if you were guilty?
Wait. The other thing they're freaking out about is their turn. And what I mean by that is you have people like AOC and like Ilhan Omar and all of these people who are making money right now. Don't get me wrong, they're getting $29.
Right.
But what their future is that of Nancy Pelosi, which is the $100 million. So by Doge going in there and finding all of this shit out, their future is on the line. In other words, they're only going to be making a percentile of what they would have made had Doge never gone in there. Had Donald Trump never been elected, they would all be trillionaires or billionaires or whatever.
Their future's done.
Oh, wow.
It's the same thing that happens with Eric Adams when he ran for mayor. When he ran for mayor, he ran for mayor, but he didn't really believe he was running. He believed it was his turn.
Oh, wow.
He's the next in line.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
They just want the power. They just want to feel that power. That's all.
Everything's about power.
so in essence, now in politics, if you've been loyal and if it's your turn, if you're up next, the whole party is basically going to galvanize behind you to make sure that you get that position.
You had to have heard, it's funny, the phrase you just used, you had to have heard on news outlets when you said that they usually say that the Dems stay tight. In other words, like they follow one. It's like a bunch of lemmings following one
cause.
Right? They stay core. They stay core, and that's what you just said.
So it's a playbook.
Yeah.
And going back to what I just...
It's a pyramid scheme. So really, it's a pyramid scheme. Because instead of giving $50, you're giving power. So in other words, AOC comes in. Okay, so whoever was before AOC brings AOC in. AOC will bring somebody else in. AOC gets part of their kickback as well as her own.
Right.
Now AOC gets moved up the line. This person gets moved up the line. Now if they get kicked back, plus this one gets kicked back, plus that one. Now, if they get moved up the line again, now instead of her just being a representative, she's a congressman. Now she gets booted up to the line to attorney general. Now she gets booted up. And it's just a pyramid scheme.
Right. That's all it is. And they're all corrupt. Yeah, they're all corrupt. That's why they're afraid of us finding out everything.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here on the Political Common Sense podcast. How politics actually works in America is a pyramid scheme. Wow, that's amazing.
Does that clear it up? Amazingly clear. Yeah.
I mean, think about it. I mean, these people went in with nothing and they're millionaires now. Okay.
6 years. Oh, listen, she was a bartender. Wait. She was a bartender. Now, let's assume she was a bartender at the best bar in the world, the most expensive bar in the world.
Four Seasons.
And she was making, as a bartender, she was making $150,000 a year as a bartender. So and I'm even got, I have an idea of what she had when she walked in because somebody told me, but I don't want to say it because I can't prove that. So I'm not going to say that. So I'm going to throw an arbitrary number. Let's say when she got elected for Congress, let's say she Congress or rep or Senate. She's Congress. Okay, so let's say she gets
Congress, yeah.
and she went in there. She was worth $500,000 liquid. So she had $500,000 in the bank.
Wow,
cash.
She was doing pretty good.
That was 6 years ago. No, I'm making this up, Lee.
I know. No, yeah, I'm just saying, but she must have been
that was
real
6
good.
years ago. Somehow, while eating, while vacationing, while paying rent, while paying internet, while paying cable, she amassed $29 million.
Yeah, they're millionaires.
Now you give me the formula for that because I need it.
She needs to start a financial newsletter that I'll definitely subscribe to. If she pulled that off in that short period of time.
You heard of Motley Fool, right? Motley No Clue.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. That's what they do. So listen, I have a question.
Yes.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. The question is for these people that they want to see tax returns of a billionaire that became a politician. Well, a smart person like us with common sense would like to see the tax returns of a politician who became a fucking millionaire.
Yeah.
Yeah, that part right there. I definitely want to see that part versus the billionaire. The billionaire was already set.
Watch your timing.
Oh yeah, so I'm at 5 minutes right now. So we're down to the wire, ladies and gentlemen.
But seriously, right? They want to see billionaires' tax returns and became politicians, but why don't we see that? They became millionaires.
Trump is the only president to leave the office with less money than walked in.
How about that?
Yeah, how about that?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's leave it as that. That's a wrap for this episode of the Political Common Sense podcast. We covered some of the hottest topics from Fox News, the YouTube channel, and some great discussions about how it impacts real people's lives. But the conversation doesn't stop here. If you didn't get a chance to comment yet, please drop a comment below. We'll be reading it and might feature it through our next episode.
Absolutely.
And please subscribe and hit the notification button so you can see our next episode as well. And I know, Kerry, you you want to make shout outs as well. Please, this is your time to do so. Please share.
Donate to the Shriners, donate it to St. Jude's. Where else, Kerry?
Tunnels and Towers, Wounded Warriors.
Yeah, please. Anything you got, nickel, dime, penny, quarter, whatever you got. It just as long as it's not going to kill you. Yeah, as long as it's not going to kill you.
Every little bit helps, man.
They really need it.
And to the Kerry Fund, please.
And for the Kerry Fund as well, yes.
Yeah, we'll let them go up at some point.
There you go. Well, thank you, everyone. Thank you for showing up to this podcast, and we'll see you next time.
Hope you enjoyed.
Yes. Talk to you soon. Have a good day, folks.
Later, people.